Hey YouTube, you're with Tosh,
And Raker,
and we're in Space Engineers.
we are.
We're going to have a go at this. The game's been around for a couple of years in development, but it's been released probably for about the last 9 months in alpha and beta. We're currently playing 1.044 in the 64-bit version, and the object of this game basically is A, survive in space, and B, to build stuff. I think that pretty much describes it.
It does, really. And maybe mine stuff, so that you've got resources to build stuff.
Yes, yeah. So we're going to play a new world. We're going to select a custom world. You've got a few options here of varying different scenarios that you can select from. We're going to play the asteroids one,
which is about the hardest survival one.
Yeah.
You're just starting with a ship, no base, but you actually do have enough to survive as compared to the last one on the list.
Correct. So we'll play it on friends. We're playing survival, obviously. Maximum players is 2. The environmental hostility here is basically about how many times you get bombarded with asteroids and meteors. So we're going to leave that on safe. We're going to have autosave. In the advanced settings, we're just going to call this TNR Let's Play Survival. We're going to have our inventory size on 3 just to make the playability of this a bit easier, because otherwise we've got to keep going back and forward, and that doesn't make for much fun for you guys to watch. Assembler efficiency, refining speed, welding speed and grinding speed I'm putting up to max, again just so that it's a bit more interesting for you guys to watch. You're not standing around watching us, or we're not constantly pausing while we refine stuff or whatever. We're turning permanent death off because we're wimps, and we're turning thruster death off basically for the same reason. We're not going to delete spawn ships. We're going to have clients can save, weapons enabled, off to start with. You can adjust these at any time, so just to make things a bit easier to begin with, we'll have those off. I think that's all. Oh, reset ownership. We were going to set that to nobody, weren't we?
We were.
And that's about it. Maximum objects, it just varies depending on how powerful your machine is, really, but 256 we've had no problem with. And starting with 4 large asteroids, we haven't run out of minerals at all, so we'll leave it on that. Unlimited world size, you can actually set the size of it, but again, unlimited hasn't caused us a problem. So.
And it stops you falling off the edge of the world when you run over it.
Correct, yeah.
The flat space theory.
Alright, we're not playing with any mods, as you can see there, so we can click on OK. You get these wonderful little quotes that are really good. We don't often get the same one twice, so we think there's actually quite a long list of these. I could have gone on flying through space forever. Guess who said that one?
Yugi?
Yeah. Yuri Gagarin. It does take a little bit of time to load, and it's possibly even worse for Raker at the other end.
Yes, well it is, because I can't even see the game at this point because Tosh hasn't loaded.
Well, I have now, so you should be able to see it. Now, the only thing I did select was friends. That's the only other thing that I have changed. But that should allow you to see it.
It's come available now.
Cool.
So I shall start the join process. Now it has to download the entire game for me, so this takes a few seconds.
So I will head off towards the asteroid. Your movement keys are your standard keys, so WASD, F to move up and C to move down, and you can also use the space bar to move up if you feel more comfortable with that. The keys are all reconfigurable, so that's fine. The first thing I suggest you do is turn the inertia dampeners on, which is you use the Z key to turn them on and off. they've changed that in this release. I think they used to be on by default. Now they're off by default, and
Takes a bit of getting used to.
well, I found that out the hard way, didn't I? As you can see, the inertia dampeners actually slow you down, but when I did this the first, and this is about our close to 100th attempt at this, at recording this video. First time I didn't realise they were off, and was heading towards this particular asteroid, and at about 85 meters per second, took my finger off the button thinking it would slow me down, and just plowed straight into it. So that was a very short video, that one.
So lesson number 2 is always aimed slightly to the side of the thing you're heading towards.
Yes, yeah, just sort of like that. That's also another good one. Now, when Raker spawns, he'll spawn somewhere. Generally what we've found is sort of on the opposite side of where I spawn. If there is well, I suppose there's an opposite in space, but the ups and the downs tend to become a bit confusing. This one's got a nice flat, well, I'll call it a top. So that's
top,
a good thing.
top and bottom and up and down are all a matter of perspective in space.
Correct. They are indeed. Until you get a gravity generator running, and then there is a semblance of it. We've got some iron up here, but I can't see any black stuff, which is uranium, and that's what we really need to find very quickly, because if you look down in the bottom right hand corner there, I have 11 minutes of fuel left. So I'm actually going to take advantage of the fact that I'm in here a bit earlier and start looking around to find some black uranium. So I'm just strafing with the W key at the moment, with the A key at the moment. Moving around it.
Strafing to me always means, holding down the fire key of the weapon.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, it's a bit odd.
Which is a bit hard in a ship that actually doesn't have any weapons.
Correct. But we can build them. We can build them later on. Some gold there. A reasonable amount of iron. It's not huge by any stretch of the imagination, but the bigger concern is no uranium so far. Now, a lot of these asteroids are hollow, and you can often find ways to get into them. There's a lot of iron there, so that's a good thing. But not a great deal of uranium. How's your download going, by the way?
I've just got into my ship.
Oh, cool.
So, does your one have moons?
Yeah, there's a few.
Like about 5 up the top or bottom, or?
Yep.
That sounds like that one then. Okay, I shall head towards it.
The Q and E keys, by the way, rotate you around on the axis.
So you are still exterior of the asteroid,
Yep.
I'm assuming?
Yeah, I'm just sort of moving around it, trying to find you now. Finding each other is always an interesting part of the beginning of the game.
No, maybe it's not this one. Because I'm sort of most of the way around it now and I haven't seen you.
I'm just coming out off the top of it in case that's been blocking you.
Could be that one up there.
Ah, there you are. Stay still. I see you.
Are you close?
Yep.
Are you at the same asteroid?
Yep.
Okay, so you were.
Oh, hang on. No. You
Right.
look like you're at a little one
Is it that little?
by comparison. Turn to your... What way are you spinning now?
I'm going left.
Okay, so stop and put your nose down.
Is that down?
Yep. And you should see me straight in front of you.
Yep, there you are. Okay, I'll come towards you.
Okay.
Below.
And I'll go back to trying to find some
That one's bigger.
uranium.
Probably is bigger.
No.
Okay, so from my perspective, you're halfway up and sort of pointing upwards now.
Right.
I'm gonna
Because
go
from my perspective, I'm flying straight. Funnily enough, now I'm not. I'm pointing down. Where'd you go? There you are. I haven't
Yeah.
found an opening yet either, which is a bit unusual.
Well, I don't think they're all hollow. I think
No,
it's only certain ones of them are hollow.
it's appearing that way.
I've certainly got craters. I don't know whether that's a crater actually goes into an opening or not yet.
Yeah, there's definitely lots of craters.
Actually, it does look like it does.
Oh, okay. Oh, this looks like black stuff. Yes. Cool. Okay, so this is what we were looking for. It's often sometimes hard to find it because of the shadows that are created. I hope that was you, not me.
I'm fairly sure it wasn't.
And the V key changes your view, and if you hold the Alt key, you can rotate the camera around like that. Yeah, judging by the dent in the side there, that might have actually been me. Okay.
So where did you end up?
Well, right of the direction you came in from. So, just gonna ease myself in there a bit. C is down. I think I've already said that.
Maybe what I'll
Just in
do
case.
for the moment, just to keep our gravities from annoying each other,
Yep.
is I might just pull in here on one of these iron. That looks like iron and maybe silver.
Okay. T is to enter or leave the chair, and see that yellow bar highlighted there? That tells me if I push T I can actually go into the chair, which that's the normal view, and if I leave with the T again, that's the view I get. I'm currently using my jetpack, so I'll turn that off. Yeah, done a bit of damage on the front there. Now, this is our gravity generator. So I'm going to have a look at that with the K key, and I'm going to extend that out to about 80 meters in all directions. And what that will do is that will give me, when I go over here and open this door with the little T, that will give me gravity hopefully out to that area. And I'm going to use my jetpack, go out, and C to move down, and then I'm going to use the there we go. The G key brings up your tool selection, so we're not going to be building anything for a while, so I'll get rid of those, but I am going to need my drill and probably my welder. I'll give myself a grinder as well. Now you can use Shift 1, 2, 3 or 4 to change this toolbar down the bottom here, so you've actually got 4 toolbars, and these little gestures I like to put on the fourth one, and Shift 1 to go back to that, so, and then G to come out. 1, 2, 3, 4 through to 10 selects whatever you want in your hand. Now, by looking at the gravity in the right-hand lower corner, if I dig down by doing this, and it's just left mouse button to activate the drill. Everything that I've got that I'm drilling off here will collect down in the bottom here. And then I use the T key once it's highlighted to pick it up. So highlight it like that, and T, you can hold the T key down and just move it around.
Yeah, long fingers, long stretch for your fingers helps.
Yes.
T key, either that or remap it.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't remapped anything on here yet. I'm still sort of trying to work out if I do which way I want actually things to go.
Yeah, well, I'm the same. I haven't remapped it, but I have to say I do find it frustrating sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, bugger, I'm only getting stone now. Oh no, there's one. Must have gone the wrong way. Okay, that's better. Back in the black again. It's better to be back in black.
Well, it is, and the way they've done the colouring is interesting because the colouring sort of gives you an indication of what's there, but it doesn't actually mean that that's the exact spot.
No.
So sometimes you sort of, if you take off all of the black next to, I don't know, stone or iron or something, sometimes you, even though it doesn't have any black left, you're still getting uranium, and other times, even though there's black, you're not getting any uranium at all.
Yeah.
So it's sort of at the boundaries. You've got to be a little bit, watch what you're getting.
Yep. Yeah, and the other thing to watch, of course, is the amount of stone. Because so far we haven't found a lot of use for stone.
There are certain things that need it,
yep.
But it's not exactly the most useful component.
Yeah. Iron is the big thing in the game.
Certainly early on.
Yep.
You need iron for all of your platforms and so forth.
Yep. So that's another important one to watch out for. And my inventory is now full, so I want to head back up to my ship.
So, Tosh, one of the things I'd like to try and do this time is actually put our station on the sunward side.
Oh yeah.
So that we actually get sun onto
yep.
the station. Makes it a bit easier if there's more light.
Yep. Somebody turned my ship upside down while I was gone, apparently.
Yeah, I got a remote control that does that.
Thanks for that. Alright, so over to our refinery.
Actually, that could be quite a fun mod.
It could be, couldn't it? Keep turning somebody's ship upside down. And we just left click and drag the material from your inventory over here across into the inventory here. And it will show you everything that's on the ship. So we've got a collector, we've got a connector, we've got a small reactor, we've got an assembler, we've got a small cargo container, and we have the refinery. So they're all the things that are on the ship, and you can operate them all from here. The production side of things, we can go into here and we can say I want to make a steel plate, and as soon as our first bit of iron comes in, you'll be able to do that. You can see here that the uranium goes sort of up to about 0.04 and then disappears. What it's actually doing is transferring that across to our what do you call it? Nuclear reactor, our reactor, which is located outside in the back of the ship here. So,
inventory full already.
Yeah, well, we only set it on 3, remember?
I know, I'm just whinging.
So you can see here that that's actually going up as the uranium ingots are refined. They're put straight into the small reactor, which is really handy because we need it desperately. And then if I come back in here...
Might actually be uranium too.
Oh, now this is the only other thing that we would really like them to optimise is the saving, because the game freezes when it's saving. So some optimisation on the save routine is definitely required. Now if I sit back in the chair and have a look down on the right hand side there, you see we've now got 3 hours worth of fuel time. That will go up as more uranium is refined and put, in fact there it goes now to 4 hours. So as the uranium's refined and put in there, we'll get more and more, which is important. Oop. Now the other thing you've got to watch is what I just did then. When you're sitting in the chair, the mouse will move the ship. Okay, so left and right movement of the ship are up and down. Now if you're like I am, really close to the edge here, you've got to be very careful because you can actually do a substantial amount of damage by hitting that stuff.
You know there's a trick?
Yeah, take your hand off the...
No, there's another trick.
Oh, another trick.
Another trick is turn off your gyro.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't have a gyro or your gyro is off, you simply cannot rotate or go up and down, change your attitude with the mouse.
That's a good
Because I will warn you to remember to turn it back on before you try to leave.
Move, yeah. Yeah, important safety tip there. Okay, so I'm going to grab a bit more uranium, just to give me a little bit more of a buffer as far as
And
time is concerned.
battery's full again.
Yeah. Now this is with 3 times the inventory that the standard is allowed.
I tell you, I'm glad we're not playing with 1 times, otherwise I'd be getting a piece of rock.
Yeah, and then running back and then
And
getting
then
another
running
piece
back
of rack.
and
And,
another
yeah.
piece.
And that's why we decided that we would use the 3 by. The 10 by gives, what was it, 40 ton I think is it's your ability to carry, which we just thought that was a bit ridiculous. So we just settled on the 3 times. We figured
Yeah,
that's about
convenient but ridiculous.
yeah, very convenient. Where's the rest of it? There it is. And Raker occasionally has a bit of trouble trying to work out which way's up, and
I
where he is
always have trouble trying to figure out which way's up. No, occasionally about it.
yeah.
Well,
Okay.
actually, the
We
up
lost
in
him the other day, didn't we?
the up in a gravity well is not the problem.
No, true. But yeah, we did. I lost him. He was inside a tunnel that he'd built somewhere and couldn't find his way out. Mind you, I've done exactly the same thing, so I'm not being too derogatory about it. You really do need to keep yourself aware of where you are and inventory is full. Yeah, where
Yes.
you are and stuff, because it is very easy to lose yourself, isn't it?
Oh, extremely. And I've just lost where I was mining.
See?
Because I'm here at my ship going, okay, yes, there's that, alright, good. Now, where's, because I had, there it is, there's all you, I had to come over that little hill.
Okay, so let's just have a look and see how we're going time-wise. 9 hours. By the time it's processed the rest of that, I should have about a day's worth of... whoops. Escape takes you back to that menu, by the way, where you can save or exit. T's the one I want in this case, though. And you can see here the damage that has been caused to these old ships, because these are just old ships. You can take out your welder and repair them, provided they've got all the parts. And if you see on the right hand side there, it's saying yes, it does have all the parts, so it can actually fix them. I should actually fix my door. Yeah, that's better. And my thrusters. But I won't waste too much time doing that, because I need to now go and get some iron. So we need to find...
Well, I've got about 5k of iron being processed. I'm now just looking around silver here. So I shall take the opportunity to get some silver.
Yep.
What I...
So dig myself a hole here to catch everything, and then we'll be right. And as you can see, I'm right next to the uranium, on the edge of between uranium and iron, so that's a really good place to mine. 'cause you'll pick up both as you go. Oh, and there's our save again. So as I said, this is one area that I think does need a bit of work. So it's the optimization process.
Alright, so that wasn't silver, by the way. It's right
Oh,
there,
wasn't
the silver's a bit further in, so I haven't got to that yet, in case you decide you're going to.
Oh, okay. I'm actually just grabbing iron at the moment. Or a mix of iron and uranium.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think decided that's not uranium around here, so I don't think I've got any uranium.
Do you need some?
Oh, well, I will sooner or later.
How much power have you got left in your ship, though?
I'm not in the ship, so I don't know the answer to that. It'll be about
Okay.
10 minutes.
Okay. Inventory is full.
I love the way you're actually in a vein of iron, and the little audio detector comes up and says iron 5 meters. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a little bit closer than that too.
It's actually on my nose, and that's another bit of a hate of ours at the moment too. It's just how close you have to be to actually mine stuff.
And pick up stuff.
Yeah.
It makes it very hard to maintain a view of where you are in the space of things.
Yeah. So, I mean, we understand that, you need to be close to something to actually pick it up. That's not a problem for us, but it does basically blank out everything in your view once you're in a spot where you actually can pick stuff up. Now this here is our medical centre, and this is how you get your health back or your energy back. So I'm going to hold the T key down, and if you watch the energy on the left hand side, you'll see that going up to full. And if I had any health problems at all, that also would have repaired that. So
Mental health problems?
I'm not sure if it's that good. Particularly in my case, it would need to be, pretty substantially effective. Oh. I do like the way that, the things that are damaged actually look damaged.
Yeah.
I think they've done that side of it very well. In my opinion, anyway.
It would be quite nice, we've talked about this, that sometimes it is a little hard to tell that things are damaged.
Yeah.
And it would have been nice to have actually had a damaged station on the ship that let you go and say,
What's broken?
What's broken, please tell me.
Yeah. So back into my little hole over here for some more iron and stuff.
Okay, well, as I said, I wouldn't fuss too much about iron, because I'm getting sugar loads, and that's all I'm getting, so...
Alright. I'll see if I can find some other stuff then. I'll just pick all this iron up that I've already got mined.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much... So I've got 4k processed, 2 more k just went in.
Yep. Ouch.
And I've got still got a pile of stones here.
So I've got silver 11 metres. Would that be the same one that you were after, do you reckon?
It might have been. Now, I did see a tag for platinum at one point.
Yeah, I haven't seen one of those yet. Okay, I've got silver in 4 metres, so let me just dig straight in and see if I can get to that. What have we got? Cobalt. That's always handy.
This is nice. We need some silicon, though.
Yeah.
Quite a few glassy type things that you can't build without the silicon.
So there's silver. I'll just grab a little bit of it. Oh, inventory full, inventory full, inventory full. Yeah, yeah. Does take a little bit of time to you used that mod again, didn't you?
Turned your ship upside down.
That's the one. So, oh, and saving again. The we did play at one point with autosave off, and obviously it was a lot smoother, but we then had a hiccup with it. And of course, because we didn't have autosave on, we lost a truckload of time. Now, the other thing that you can do here, as Raker drops out on Skype, is you can move things. So I've got enough uranium for the moment, so I can put that down the end and let it start on iron. Then it'll go on to silver, and as I said, the stone, we haven't found a lot. There's a couple of things that require gravel, which is what is created from the stone, but it's really not a big thing. So, I'm assuming Raker will be back at some point on Skype. I'm hoping he hasn't actually dropped out of the game. I haven't seen that come up, so we'll play on regardless. Now, I had cobalt somewhere, didn't we? Oh dear, he's gone. Where did I have cobalt? That's my iron. Platinum, that's another one we need. So we shall dig our way through to that. Just by manoeuvring a little bit from side to... Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There. Manoeuvring a little bit from side to side, you can make a big enough hole to walk through. Struggling a bit on sound today for some reason. This release that we're using now was actually only released a little while ago, as in probably 12 hours ago. And there's a few bugs that people have found with it. We've been lucky enough not to actually have the bugs show up. One of them was that you couldn't get out of your... once you turned off your jetpack, you couldn't restart it again. And we certainly haven't found that to be an issue, so we're quite pleased with that. Inventory's full, so we'll take that back. Now, this is where you can find yourself in a little bit of a sticky situation. So, I've gone into an opening which may or may not have a lot more openings, and you can actually find yourself very lost when you come out to find your ship. So you just need to be a bit careful about the way you do things, and you know, once again, you turn my ship upside down. It's generally a better idea to turn yourself around before you actually go placing your turning your jetpack off, because you can actually hurt yourself. I might pause here and we'll just see how far off Raker is in getting back. So we'll be back shortly. Okay, he's finally deigned to join us.
You mean the system's finally working again? That was actually a really interesting experience, guys, just so you're aware. The game, the client side kept running, but it wouldn't automatically reconnect to the server.
Yeah.
when the network came back online. I had to press F5 to reconnect, and when you do press F5, it's a reload from scratch. So it downloads the whole copy of the game.
Of the save.
Well, the world.
Yeah.
That is, and starts you from scratch at a new med center, and you lose everything you own. It's a real flaw, I think, at the moment in their level of development, that you can't hop out and still come back with your stuff.
Yeah. And it is a bugger, because it takes a considerable amount of time to.
Well, it's sort of 5k of iron that disappeared, right?
Yeah. Yeah. There's some gold there. I might grab.
And it doesn't even drop it. Like you could imagine if it decided, I'll just drop it on the ground where you were.
Yep.
But it literally just deletes stuff.
Yeah. And that's probably not too good.
Well, entirely unfair, I think, when it's not a death or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's just a network glitch. And you could be holding some very expensive, hard-won things that you were about to place, and you've suddenly lost everything.
They're gone. Yeah. As you can see at the moment, because I'm now mining outside of a gravity area, I have to go chasing the little the ore particles. So I'm only going to grab just a little bit of gold so that we've got some in our reach for anything that we may need to build. Which I can't think of too much with gold early on, but
no, there's quite a
couple of things.
Quite a few of the electronic things need a little tiny bit of gold. They don't need much.
Yeah.
Now see, that's just cruel.
Well, what?
Well, I'm picking up all the stuff I'd done before, right?
Yep.
And I'm down to 1 stone left when I get inventory.
He's full.
Like 1 stone.
Yeah.
That's just it's cruel.
And we're saving again, by the way. There is no option to alter that we have found anyway. The interval for the save.
No, there was one.
Was there?
Yes, I'm just trying to remember where it was. What happened there?
Magnesium.
Oh no.
What? You can hold the T key down while you're mining, by the way, and that does help a bit, except when your inventory's full, of course. So
that's a lesson.
What happened?
Either that refinery is magically fast, and I wasn't paying enough attention. Well, while it was saving, I put the stuff into the refinery.
Right.
And now it appears to be gone from both the refinery and my inventory.
Oh, that's nasty.
And I can't. Either the refinery just processed it without me seeing it.
Oh yeah.
Like I would. But I'm not entirely sure. There's only 8k of iron there. So I'm not convinced it processed it. It's possible.
Yep. It is possible, but so what do we got now? Platinum. Okay, so I've got gold, magnesium, iron, platinum, silver, and gravel, obviously. At the moment.
Silicon?
No, haven't seen silicon yet. Maybe I'll do a bit of a fly around and see if I can find some silicon. Silicon's obviously important from all of the glass point of view and computer chips and all of that type of stuff, so it is a pretty required ore. I haven't got anything showing up. big amount of uranium. I would have thought that would have shown me a... Oh. Why have I not got nothing?
Why have you not got nothing?
Yeah. It's not
That
showing
seems-
any... Not showing any mining deposits. You know, the tags that you normally get up.
Yeah, I know. Was just commenting
Oh,
on
actually. Ah, okay. There's something that I didn't realise. You've got to have the drill in your hand to actually get that to work.
Ah, yes, it's a feature of the drill.
Yeah, didn't know that. Silicon, there we go. Beautiful.
All right, so you've got the uranium deposit. I'm going to come to you, I think,
Okay.
rather than the other way round.
Yeah, I've got a huge, huge amount of uranium here. Oop. There we go. There's another bit there. Oh no, it's magnesium. Thought it was uranium. Silicon.
Are you inside the planet?
Yep.
Destroy? Okay. So I just, therefore, following your label doesn't necessarily help too much.
No, probably not at the moment.
Ship fuel low.
Do you want me to bring you some?
I just need to find your ship. I don't know where you are, so
Okay.
no idea what direction even to go.
Oh, hang on. I'm flying back to my ship now. So if you head for me... So stop. Put your nose down.
Yeah, so I'm using V outside my ship, which is why I'm...
You see me over here?
I can see your
Okay.
label.
You can't see me though.
No. I only see a Toshka floating in midair.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, I can't see you.
Okay, so straight down
Yeah, there you
here is my ship, and the ship's not inside the asteroid. It's just parked.
You know, you can.
Oh, saving. So we might have a look at that saving parameter and see if I can get it a bit longer in the tooth. We obviously need it to auto-save, but the frequency at which it does it is probably a little too much, I think.
So, no sun.
No. There'll be one somewhere. But there isn't any here. But there is a way through, so maybe we can work on the other side of it. Maybe. Silicon going next. So basically, this is the start of the game, collecting all sorts of stuff, and then the building stuff will start next. Show you how that actually works. We have the assembler here, and within the assembler, I can say, okay, make me steel plates, because we're going to need a lot of them. Steel plates is your bog standard stuff. So by holding the shift key down, you can order 100 of them. By holding the control key down, you can order 10 of them. So I'm going to put in 1,000 because going to need that. And you can see in the middle here, I have 5,500 iron available, and for this build I have 1,900 that I need left to finish the 1,000 sheets. Construction components are also probably your other bog standard stuff, but we will get to that I think in the next episode. So we've got our steel plates being manufactured, which we will need to create our sheets, our blocks rather, sorry. So the other thing I need to do is take...
The other thing you need to do is give me access to your ship.
I can do that. I'll go and do that from the cockpit, it'll be quicker.
Doesn't matter where you do it from, it's all the same.
So
you just rotated the ship, you know that.
Yeah, I sort of did notice that. So transfer the whole ship to nobody, and that means that anybody can use it. Okay, so going back to here, the assembler will pull from the small cargo container what it needs. So if you put all your stuff in there like so, it'll just take it out of there when it needs it. Now at the moment the only thing it needs is iron, so that's why it's only got that.
I wasn't convinced it did do that, Tosh, but...
Oh, maybe I put it in before we paused then. Maybe. Anyway, I think that's about all for our first one. This was just to give you a little bit of a taste and start ourselves up. We'll have a look off camera and try and find a nice spot with some sun for Raker. Because yes, you're quite right, this side of it is obviously the dark side. So we will try and find some... There's a sun over that way, I think, by the look of it. Yeah. So maybe up on top or something we might have a look up there, see if we can find a way in.
Well, even just going off from here in the right direction might be enough.
Yeah. But I don't think it's going to be, because I think the sun's on the other side. I'm just trying to track it, work out which way it's moving.
Okay, but that's a different problem. So
it is. Not sure that it is actually moving.
So I suppose we should finish with our signature line then.
Well, I guess we should. Which
please
please
give us a like.
Yep, give us a like. Give us some comments. Things that you'd like to see. All of that type of stuff. We'll try and keep these sort of around the, between the 30 minutes and an hour, depending on how easily things go with it. And leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. We're getting a few people, the numbers are coming up on the subscriptions, so that's nice to see. In fact, it's very nice to see. So, I guess with that, it's good night from me.
And good night from him.
So good night.
Good night.